Let's see different types of command for SQL. So SQL, a structured query language, commands are used to interact with and manage databases. SQL generally is used for database managing and accessing the information from database. They can be broadly categorized into several types based on their functionality. Okay, the primary types of SQL commands are first, data definition language. So what is DDL, data definition language? These DDL commands are used to define and manage all the structure within a database. That means inside a database, uh, whatever management has to be done, for that this DDL command will be used, such as what can be management of tables, indexes, views and schemas. DDL commands are crucial for setting up and altering the schema of the database. Let's see some example. Create. So create is used for what? Creating new table in database, or if you want to create a new database also, index or view. This is one example of create. What this will do? Create a table imply where ID is primary key, name is var character, and salary is decimal value till 2 places. So this create is used for either creating new table, database, index, or view. So actually, it is managing the database. Now inside the database, it is creating a new table. So this is data definition language. Actually, data will be defined by using this create. Next is alter. Alter is used for what? Exist. If we want to modify an existing database object such as table. So if inside a table something has to be either updated, then we will use alter command. Like alter table imply add column department varchar 100. Inside this table imply one column we have to add department and its data type is varchar. Next is drop. Drop is used for deleting complete table, database, index or view. Drop table implies. In this case, this will completely delete this implied table. So see, there are some changes in the database. So these are defined the database. Truncate removes all records from table but does not delete the table itself. This will remove all records, that means all the rows from the table will be deleted, but table will be there. That is the difference between drop and truncate. Drop will completely delete the table, but in case of truncate, table will be there but table content will be deleted. First, data definition. Second is data manipulation language. DML. Data manipulation language. DML commands are used to manage data within database object like tables. These commands allow user to retrieve, insert, update and delete data in the database. That means inside the table, we have to manage, we have to either access or insert or delete any data inside the table. Then in that case, data manipulation language DML will be used. Actually here we can't define database like previously it was. No, we were defining, we were completely eliminating the table also, they were creating new database also, but in this case whatever table has been created, only in that table we will do some changes or we will retrieve the information from that. So we can't add new property in data manipulation language. See first example, select retrieves data from the database. Here this will just retrieve all the data from this implied table. Insert, add new records to a table. So see, these attributes are already given. Inside this table, imply attribute has been given and we are just adding its values. Imply, ID, name, position, salary. These are its attribute already given. So we are just adding its value. We are not defining a new attribute or we are not adding a new attribute. That will be done inside data definition language. But data manipulation, whatever table has been defined, only where there we can either update or insert or delete anything. Next is update, modifying existing records in a table. So whatever is the value of this data, see, update implies set salary equal to 80,000 where ID equal to 1. For ID equal to 1, this is updating its salary value. Next is delete, removes records from a table. Delete from imply where ID equal to 1. This will remove particular row where ID equal to 1. Third is data control language, DCL. DCL commands are used to manage permissions and access controls for users in a database system. So these are used for managing permissions and accessing controls inside database system. These commands help in controlling who can access or modify the database and what action they can perform. That means which person can access the database and what changes can be there, what action can be there. That will be managed through data control language. First is grant, gives a user access privilege to the database. That means if we want to give some user access, some access for database, then grant keyword will be used. Grant command will be used. So see, grant select insert on implies to username. So we are giving select and insert command access on implies table to particular username, to particular user. Next is revoke. This will remove access privilege from a user. So this is removing select or insert access to any user on implied table. Fourth is transaction control language, TCL. TCL commands are used to manage transactions in a database. So of course from name transaction control, so this will manage the transaction inside a database. A transaction is a sequence of one or more SQL operations related as a single unit of work. Sequence of one or more SQL operations. Okay. TCL commands ensure that transactions are processed reliably and maintain the integrity of the database. So as you know, inside transaction, there is ACID property follows. So through these commands, it will maintain its integrity and its reliability. In transaction, as we also know, commit. Commit is used for saving all the changes after all transaction has been happened. So final command is commit. Rollback, if we want to change some transaction, reverse the changes in transaction, then rollback is used. That means it will again what? Unchange the some transaction states. Save point sets a point within a transaction to which you can later roll back. That means you want to check one condition, till that point only you can roll back. Then that save point command will be used. Release save point removes a save point, making it no longer available for rollback. If we want to remove this save point, then release command will be used. Set transaction sets the characteristics for the transaction. Example, set transaction isolation level serializable. So for the characteristics of transaction, that means serializable or non-serializable, this set transaction command will be used. Okay, thank you.